Welcome everyone to an awesome Might or Skulls showdown with Khorne, led by Logical EU, and the Ogre Kingdoms, led by Darkside D20. This should be a very interesting battle, seeing that the builds that they both brought. You can definitely tell that Khorne has brought anti-Ogre, but the interesting build here is Darkside D20's build here, with how he has his calves and the pistols. It should be really interesting to see how this battle goes, and I'm excited to see it. Let's check the battlefield here really quick. So on Khorne's side here, we have Chaos Furies. We also have a Herald of Khorne with the Hellblade, Wounds. Then we have the Spawn of Khorne, as well as we have Chaos Warriors of Khorne times 5. As well as more Chaos Furies and the more Spawn of Khorne. As well, of course, we have the Fleshhounds of Khorne, which are very strong War Beast unit that can do a lot of damage to Cavalry, as well as range and units. So on the Ogre side here, we do have Morphing Cav in the trees, as well as their Regimental Renown, Sky Striders, Crusher Great Weapons, which, look at that unit, it's just absolutely gorgeous if you zoom in. Just an absolutely beautiful unit. We do have Nobblers times 3. Then we do have the Power Guts Manny Ogre Pistols, which is also a really cool Regimental Renown. They definitely look like they're from the Empire or the Border Princes. So let's look at that. They do have Fire Swell, Moving, Overcharge, Armor Piercing, and they're a hybrid unit, so they should be very effective on the battlefield here. It's interesting to see that the Ogres didn't bring their original, kind of like their Armor Piercing, the things that would counter Khorne here, like Lead Belchers. We do have Ogre Bulls, and then we have more Nobblers. So this is going to be very interesting to see. We also have the Tyrant with... Oh, clicked on that one. Sorry, I apologize. We have the Tyrant with Thunder Mace, which has a powerful explosion. Then we have the Butcher of the Great Maw with the Troll Guts and Toothcracker, which would be really nice for all their units within one area. So this is really interesting to see what they're going to do here with the Ogres. They just don't have, in my opinion, the means to deal with Khorne, especially with all their Halberd units. So let's definitely see how this battle plays out. It does look like the Ogres are going into a formation on this hill here, which isn't the worst choice. They definitely want to get a spot where they can get their cav around to hit the Khorne units. The whole key point of this build here, I think what Darkside D20 was going for, is try to utilize the cav to hit units from behind, but just with the Chaos Warrior Halberds, it's just going to be deadly. You do see the Power Guts firing into the Chaos Warriors of Khorne, which they are confident, but they're losing, and they're taking decisive fire there. As you see, the Man-Eaters or Ogre Bulls are going in front of the Man-Eaters here. So it's going to make it actually worse for them to shoot the Chaos Warriors of Khorne. We do see the Cav has charged into the Spawn of Khorne here. Very interesting there. I think they're just trying to wipe them off on the side. They were kind of exposed. I would like to see these Chaos Furies kind of go down and help the Morphing Cav, or go wipe out those pistols. I mean, I honestly think with the Chaos Furies, if they just go straight for the pistols, it's going to be a really good engagement for them. I do like seeing how the dogs are going around surrounding with the Fleshhounds of Khorne. This is going to be very, very effective against the Ogre units here. As you can see, they are very fast. They have Vanguard deployment, as well as they have magical attacks imbued with their melee, and they have really decent speed. As you look at that, that is a good charge. They got some decent damage off. Kind of like a cost-effective unit there. We do see the Spawn and the Chaos Warriors of Khorne now getting into the battle here. I do like seeing what Logic is doing here with Khorne. He's getting a surround. We do see a cast pop off for the Ogres here. I believe it was the spell that increased their armor, which would be really nice against Khorne, but it's going to be very difficult to say if that's going to help much here. They just don't have enough staying power, in my opinion. I do like how the Fleshhounds of Khorne did back out, and now they're going to go help out their other Fleshhounds over here. The Fleshhounds of Khorne is a very strong, effective unit that most players, in my opinion, kind of blow past. They're just so effective at what they do if you use them properly. We do see that the Sky Striders, the 3-man Cav stack right here, along with the Nobblers, is holding really well against the Spawn of Khorne. But what I would like to see with the Cav here is getting them in, cycle charging them, getting them around. They've been sitting for the majority about 2 minutes here into the same spot, where now Khorne has the advantage. Even though Khorne has slow units, now they're going to be able to surround that Cav with halberd units that have anti-large and frenzy to kind of do really good damage against these units, especially with the Sky Striders here. Very, very expensive unit that hasn't really got much value on this battlefield. I mean, damage out, gold value 491, and only one unit. It's not very much value, as well as the man-eaters right here. We see that, I mean, they actually did get some decent damage and gold value, but I would have liked to saw them get more. You could have put them up on the hill here, station your troops around, and got some good shots down into the Khorne units. So let's check this side of the battlefield. We do have Ogres sitting in the back that could come back to charge in. Looks like they are going to puff the debuff, buff onto their units there. It looks like the Morphing Cav did take a lot of damage from those Chaos Warriors of Khorne. So like I said, I would like to see them more kind of going around the battlefield, taking advantage of the fact that they're mobile. Completely taking advantage of the fact that they're mobile. You don't see that in the battle right now. They're kind of just sitting and staying in one spot. You do see the Morphing Cav do charge into the spawn of Khorne right there, and now it's kind of a mosh pit with the Chaos Warriors of Khorne. And I do have to say, Khorne is looking pretty healthy here. It does say the balance of power is within the Ogre's favor, but I do have to say it is definitely looking like this is going to be in Khorne's favor here. There's just not enough staying power, not a lot of micromanagement going off on the sides here. We're getting units back in, and as you can see, their units are kind of just staying in there. You want to get your mobile units in for charging and into the battle here to continuously just keep breaking the units, which you don't see it. I mean, you are starting to see it with the Morphing Cav. They are starting to do it. You do see the Ogre Bulls start to get back into the battle here, and they are going to charge the Chaos Warriors of Khorne there. And you can see right here, there's a huge Moj Pit battle going on with the Lord, which is about to break. It's just interesting to see how the Ogres have so much auto-resolve, or not auto-resolve, sorry, so much balance of power resolve up here. Especially with how little they have, that Regiments of Renown is really, really giving them a lot of favor on this battlefield. You do see that the Chaos Spheres are still in the game here. And it looks like they're probably, honestly, if I was using the Chaos Spheres, I would probably get them around to chase off the Morphing Cav there to keep them routing off the battlefield so they can't charge back in. Along with the hero, you do see they're going with the hero. Very nice. That will definitely affect the Ogre's leadership. Oh no, I think this is a very good battle. I think that Khorne definitely played this battle better, getting the surrounds, definitely utilizing their units better. I would have liked to see the Ogres kind of get their Cav more into the battle, but I don't think this is bad. It looks like Blood for the Blood God and SKULLS is going to beat Meat for the Maw. So let's finish off the seconds. It looks like the Morphing Cavalry is starting to break alongside the Nobblers here. And, yeah, look at them just route them. They're not even attacking. They're just flying behind it. They're like, what's up, y'all? And there we go. They're going to go right down into those Nobblers. Look how cute they are. The Nobblers are just so cute. Back to the main battle over here. We do see that the Sky Striders are starting to route away. But I just think there's not enough staying power for the Ogres to stay on this battlefield anymore. Especially since they lost their Man-Eaters. I just really wish I would have saw the Ogres, if they would have just brought like one lead belcher, I think that would have been a game changer against Khorne here. But it was an interesting build nonetheless. I just don't think it was used as effective as it could have been used with how the Cav was positioned in the battlefield. We do see the spawn of Khorne now going after the Sky Striders. It looks like, I think the Sky Striders are trying to save, yep, there we go, trying to save their units from routing. Now they're going to get back into the battlefield. But, I mean, these Chaos Warriors of Khorne with their halberds, and I think that's GG. Very well played battle there, but Khorne definitely took the cake. So more blood for the Blood God, no more might. So as you can see, the value of the Khorne units here, with Logical at the helm, we do have a lot of good damage dealt, but not a lot of gold value in terms of the units here. But this one does definitely have some good gold value. I mean, it doesn't really give these Fleshhounds justice here. They definitely got their gold's worth. Maybe not in damage, but in controlling the battlefield, they definitely got their gold's worth here. As well as the Chaos Furies, they definitely didn't get their damage dealt as gold value, but they definitely got the controlling the map damage value. Let's look at the Ogre units here. They just didn't do enough damage within gold value. I mean, obviously the Sky Striders did get some good damage, but for regiments renowned with how much they cost, this is just not what you want for your damage dealt with these units. Like I said earlier in the match, if you would have had these kind of cycle charging together in unison into the Khorne units, that would have been so much better, and just keep pushing them through. I mean, Khorne units are slow. They definitely had the advantage of mobility here with these cav. We do have the Ogre Bulls and the Nobblers, just nothing on the Ogre Kingdom side here got their values worth, in my opinion. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Definitely give a shout out for Darkside D20 and Logical EU for playing this battle, and I will see you for the next one.